Welcome to Jetta's Craft Cottage. Today we're going to make these easy tote bags. These bags are great for carrying projects to classes, for a book bag for book club, or for your grandchildren, or even taking them to the grocery stores. And we can save the environment too by using these bags. Let's get started. For the bag, you will need a strong fabric such as a canvas, denim, upholstery, quilted fabrics, or cotton twill. This bag will be cut 20 inches by 32. I used the rotary cutter to cut this so it's nice and straight. Belting or strapping fabric that is 25 inches long, and you'll need 2 of them. Or you can make your own handles by cutting 25 inches by 4 inches, sewing them together down here, turning it, having the seam on the middle of it, and you'll have the bag handle this way. I have the right side up on the fabric. Now I'm going to fold it in half, have all the edges meet, and I'm going to pin these. I'm going to use my serger to do the seam, but if you have a regular sewing machine and you don't have a serger, you use about a 1/2 inch seam to sew this, and you might want to do a zigzag stitch along the edge so it doesn't ravel. I have just finished serging it. As you can see, it has a nice finished seam if you have the serger, and it goes very quickly. I have my little tails here, and these tails will unravel if you don't tuck them in. Sometimes you can tuck them in while you're sewing on the serger, but I use this little looping device here. It has a loop at the end and it has a little latch hook at the top here, and I'm going to take it through these loops on the back side here, wrap the string around the latch, and then pull it through. Do it on all 4 sides. Trim off any extra pieces of the thread. Next, I'm going to make a hem at the top. I'm going to fold it over about 1 inch and iron it, to press it. And I'm just eyeballing this. If you want to measure it, you can. Now fold it under another 1/2 inch and pin it. Now we'll take it to the sewing machine and sew a seam right along this edge. I don't want my bag to be flat, so I want to make a gusset in it. So to make a gusset, you're going to take it and you're going to flip it so that the seams meet right here in the center. You're going to lay it flat, both sides. Now you have these triangles. You want to measure 2 inches up from the seam and put a marking there on both sides and make a straight line across. Pin that. I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. I'm going to press this first. And I'm going to take this to the sewing machine and I'm going to sew over these lines. This marker is a water-soluble marker, so all I need to do is spray it and it will come right out. Now we can turn it and you'll see it's got a little box in it. Finish it right here and just put the handles on it, but I'm going to make it so it has a seam around it so it sticks up. I'm going to find the corner and I'm going to make it straight so it can line up, and I'm going to press it. I'm going to put a few pins in it. I'm going to do the same thing with the other side. And also on the bottom, I'm going to press it. Now, what I'm going to do here is take it to the sewing machine, put a thin stitching along all these edges so it makes it nice and stiff. I have sewn about 1/8 of an inch all the way around the edges here. You want to trim any extra strings off so it doesn't snag. Now we're going to put the handles on. I'm going to measure 4 inches and put a mark right on the top on both sides. And then I'm going to take my belt strapping and I'm going to place it inside, right in the center of that line, and make it go right to about where the seam is. I'm going to pin that. And I'm going to do that on both sides. Depending on your strapping, this strapping is very thick. You may have to change your needle. I'm going to take this to the sewing machine and I'm going to make my sewing stitches go across, down, down here, across here, and then make an X right in the middle. This should secure everything. You can see here how I have secured these straps with the square and then the X on both of them. This is how the bag looks with the strap that was made with the same fabric. You could put interfacing into these straps to make it a little bit stiffer. These bags took only about an hour to do. Now you're ready to go to the beach or go shopping. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe to this channel. A day without sunshine is just an extra day for crafting.